Hi, I just wanted to jump on and say that I'm trying something new for the first time, celeriac. Am I saying that right? So it was really difficult to find here in Brisbane, but I found some and I've been watching MasterChef and I wanted to give it a go. So I'm going to do a recipe in the Thermomix tonight along with another new recipe that I've never cooked before, and that is my husband wanted a pie that was steak and kidney. So I found some. So sometimes the ingredients can be a little challenging to find, but I'm doing both tonight and I'm a little bit excited. So let's see how it all turns out. Hi, so I've added the celeriac into the Thermomix bowl. So I'll give you some tips because I've never used it before, and it was $12 to buy. So $12 for one vegetable I have never ever paid for in my life, but I needed to experiment with it and find out how it is and what it's like, and they rave about it on MasterChef, so I needed to try it. So it cuts easily. It smells like celery. My daughter even walked into the room and said, I can smell celery, so hence its name. So let's see how we go. So the recipe asks for 700, I've got 640. So we're gonna see what happens as we go along. Okay, so we're gonna add 200 of milk, or just a little bit less because we've got a little bit less of the celeriac. So I'm weighing this into my TM7. What did I say? Oh God, I've gone over already. Oh well. 200 milk, we've got 211. Let's put a little bit out. I can always add some more later. That's telling me 182. Then we want a pinch of salt. I'm going to get my favourite salt over here. Sea salt flakes. And then it's 25 minutes to cook. I've got my pie in the oven, so that'll work. And where is my lid? Yes, well, it had been washed, so that's what I couldn't find it. So here's the lid, and we're going to pop that on. And we're using the manual mode this time around because there isn't this particular recipe in. So 25 minutes, 100 degrees on speed 1. So 25, 10, and then we're going to go another 10, and then 5. So we're going to go there, 25 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1. So that's so easy. And then voila. And then we'll see how that goes. So that's just going to put all that together, and then we'll blend that at the end, and we'll puree it. So we've got that to add to our beautiful steak and kidney pie. Okay, so we're coming down to the last 30 seconds in the recipe where the celeriac is cooked. So let's see how this is going to go. So once again, this is all experimental, never used it before. It still smells, you can still smell that celery essence or flavour that's happening there. So I'm so keen to see why this is such a popular recipe or vegetable that's used. As I said, I have never ever used it before. So here we're giving things a go in our Thermomix, and I can share the recipe with you if you'd like, so please reach out. Michelle Darby, Lady Thermomix a lot, Thermomix consultant. So I'm in Brisbane, but I can also support anybody throughout Australia. So we have 42 seconds left to go as it counts down. The steam coming up out. I can smell it. It smells great. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, so I had paused it with 6 minutes to go. I thought I was nearly at the end, but I wasn't. But I wanted to show you what it's looking like. So that's it so far. So there's a couple of little pieces that aren't quite tender enough, but that's how we're going. Okay, so we're going to add 30 grams of butter or thereabouts. So I'm jumping to the little drop down box that allows you to weigh things out as you go. So I've got a knob of butter that I'm going to drop in and see what that is. So that says 10. So I'm going to add a bit more with my homemade butter I did earlier. So we're going to add a bit more. Oh gosh, 30 grams is quite a lot. Alright, so, right, that's 30 grams. I guess it adds lots of flavour. And then we're going to do speed 7 for 5 seconds, I think it said. So in that manual mode, speed 5, and then I'm going to move it to 7, and then we're going to do it for 3 seconds. We can always add to that, so let's go. Ooh, I did the wrong way around. Okay. So we want 3 seconds. I did 3 minutes. Well, error. We all make errors. So, right. So I'm going to reiterate that. So that's 3 seconds, speed 7. That's blending that now. So it's flinging away. We can always have a look. We can do more. So that's not a problem. I'm going to do more. I'm going to just do that longer. The same thing. So I'm going to go 10 seconds. I'm going to go speed 8. Let's go. We want puree, that's what it says. That's sounding like puree. I'm going to stop it. Instinct. I'm going to stop that. We have puree. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then I'm actually going to taste it for the first time. So if you want to sieve that, you could make that a lot finer so it's not so grainy. And that's what they do in MasterChef. So I'm going to taste that. So that is delightful. It's definitely got a celery taste to it without that graininess of a celery. So it's creamy. You could add more salt. That butter is delightful with it. So that's down to the palate. I would add maybe a little bit more butter and see whether that's good. So we're going to keep that warm in our Thermomix until we serve it and dinner's ready. So stay tuned to the pictures. Okay, so here we have the end result and it's looking pretty good and smelling great. Lovely. Talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so dinner is done and the reflections on Celeriac, yes, I like it. I would absolutely have it again. Would I pay the price? Probably not necessarily, but it really did go very nicely with the pastry. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.